Hello, and welcome to Allegion's 2021 Snoqualmie, Everett, and Perrysburg Manufacturing Day. My name is Jamie Holpuck, and I want to thank you so much for joining us today for our virtual field trip. We've got a great event planned for you today with many team members and leaders from across Allegion excited to share their experiences in the manufacturing industry with you. We hope you'll enjoy our next 90 minutes together and find the information valuable and informative. We'll have dedicated time for questions and answers towards the end of the event, but please feel free to submit your questions at any time throughout the presentation using the chat feature on the right-hand side of your Teams live screen. Let's go ahead and get started. While we aren't in person at our locations today, we do want to invite you to take a virtual tour with us, during which you'll have the opportunity to see our operations in Washington and Ohio, as well as Indiana, Illinois, Tennessee, Texas, Colorado, Kansas, and California. Let's take a look.
At Allegion, we believe manufacturing is both a vibrant and essential industry. With many new trends impacting what we do every day, from robotics to the Internet of Things and more, there's no doubt that the creators of tomorrow have important roles to fill in pioneering safety and security at Allegion, both now and in the future. Guided by a shared vision of seamless access and a safer world, our employees are innovators, building products and solutions that create peace of mind. As a global manufacturer with more than 30 brands in our portfolio, we invest in tools, technology, and our employees. Because of this, we have a healthy U.S. presence, where those employees build mechanical and electronic locks, emergency exit devices, door closers, steel frames, and many other security solutions that help keep people safe at work, at home, in our community, and on the move. Let's take a look at some of our essential facilities and incredible jobs. Near Seattle in Everett, Washington, Allegion's AD Systems solutions are produced in a 50,000 square foot facility. Since 2009, AD Systems has manufactured high-quality door systems for customers across healthcare, hospitality, commercial office, and education environments. Through a strong commitment to innovation and positive relationships with architects and designers, our experts in Everett quickly respond to the requests for custom work, ultimately building sliding doors and interior storefront assemblies for projects throughout the United States and abroad that can meet a variety of aesthetic, privacy, and safety needs. In fact, our AD Systems employees manufacture doors that can meet the strict health requirements of clinics and medical offices, as well as offer the energy-efficient and touch-free automated accessibility of the future. In Snoqualmie, Washington, also located near Seattle, Allegion produces technical glass products for TGP solutions. Since 1980, TGP has been supplying specialized glazing materials and systems for commercial and institutional buildings around the world. The brand is committed to helping solve challenges faced by architects, general contractors, and glaziers through its services and two product lines: fire-rated glass and framing, and specialty architectural glazing. You'll find these solutions at airports, schools, libraries, hospitals, and museums, among other places. TGP has exclusive agency relationships with Nippon Electric Glass, NEG, Pilkington, and RP Technic to distribute certain glass and framing product lines in North America and the Middle East. Our jobs in Snoqualmie range from assembly, with roles in fabrication, welding, and powder coating, to engineering, sales, and more. TGP solutions are additionally manufactured in Perrysburg, Ohio, where our talented experts cut and package fire-rated glass to be paired with frames built in Snoqualmie or sold separately as loose glass for other customized applications. There, our state-of-the-art facility boasts nearly 70,000 square feet of manufacturing space, with opportunities to operate robotic equipment, as well as automated machines that, on average, process sheets of glass that weigh more than 800 pounds. The Perrysburg facility has two main product lines: Pyrostop glass and Firelight glass, and the local team averages cutting more than 6,000 pieces of glass per month. Our Steelcraft brand boasts two manufacturing locations, a West Coast service and manufacturing center just east of Los Angeles in Chino, California, where we assemble and produce custom hollow metal doors and frames, and our main plant in Blue Ash, Ohio, near Cincinnati. While we proudly produce high-quality steel doors and frames at both facilities, our long-standing manufacturing history is rooted in Blue Ash. Located there for more than 75 years, a visit to our operations showcases talented employees with expertise in materials handling, welding, laser operating, and fabrication, creating doors intended to withstand fires as well as tornado and hurricane winds. Our production process starts with order entry, configuration, scheduling, and programming, and then moves to manufacturing our doors and frames from beginning to end, with finish on the paint line before shipping. From there, they go everywhere. That's right, you'll find these doors and frames around the world too, at medical centers, schools, and commercial offices. Some of our solutions can be seen in popular gathering places too, like the Superdome in New Orleans, the State Convention Center in Washington, and Iowa's State Sports Performance Center. You'll find our products at Ohio University, the University of Michigan, and the University of Kansas too. In Security, Colorado, close to Colorado Springs, we produce keys, lock cylinders, and mechanical locks, as well as high-security credentials and biometric products, all for commercial buildings. We've operated there for more than 40 years, and our talented employees process over 100,000 parts per day and configure and test a wide array of high-security products that are distributed to customers across the globe. The site is comprised of critical roles that include engineering, fabrication, assembly, testing, distribution, and supply chain management. Our associates use innovative tools like 3D printing, high-speed precision machining, and computer-aided design programs. We're especially proud to manufacture the Schlage brand of security solutions that provide seamless access at office buildings, universities, medical centers, and other vital places through mobile credentials. Our Olathe Operations has produced mechanical lock cylinders and keys for more than 40 years in the Johnson County area. Located just outside of Kansas City, our facility includes a nearly 300,000 square foot warehouse and employees who also work in distribution, customer care, and sales. In fact, any Schlage residential lock that you see at your local hardware store, like Lowe's or Home Depot, has been supplied through our Olathe Operations. That means if you live in the United States and have a Schlage door lock on your home, it passed through our facility here. We fulfill approximately 300 orders per day and ship nearly $1 million worth of product daily from this facility. With core competencies in assembly as well as shipping and receiving, there are many incredible opportunities to play a role in delivering Allegion's vision of seamless access and a safer world. Allegion also has a strong legacy in Illinois, where we have manufactured LCN door closers at our Princeton facility on Railroad Avenue for more than 70 years. Here we've invested in state-of-the-art equipment, from CNC machines that can be programmed to run multiple processes for manufacturing multiple product lines at the same time, to cobots that work next to our people in an assembly line, driving extra flexibility and efficiency. Using this equipment requires problem solving and troubleshooting, programming, digitization, and automation skills. You'll also find lab technicians that specialize in product testing, tool makers, and maintenance teams, all of whom play a vital role in taking our security solutions from start to finish. LCN products can be found in many high-traffic facilities such as schools, hospitals, government and correctional buildings around the world. Our creators produce 35 different series of closures and door hardware to choose from, products that have 15 to 20 years of operating life. Our Republic brand proudly operates in McKenzie, Tennessee, sitting in the northwest region of the state at the tri-point of Carroll, Henry, and Weakley counties. We've built high-quality hollow metal doors and frames there for more than 40 years, and today our talented creators produce 300,000 frames and 80,000 doors annually. You'll see our solutions everywhere from national museums in Washington, D.C. to corporate data centers on the West Coast. Our people specialize in customizing products to meet customers' exact needs. For instance, our talented employees grind down metal to prepare for a seamless door edge application, many times required for schools, hospitals, and commercial kitchens. And while our employees focus on customer needs, They've also innovated many of the ways we work to improve safety, ergonomics, quality, and efficiency. Because of that, you'll see automated processes and conveyors in McKenzie that transfer our doors and frames through different phases of production. But our people make the difference, running control stations, cutting and forming systems, paint lines, and commercial drying ovens, among other important equipment. And because we work with steel, precision welding drives our solutions to be strong and durable for years of continuous service. Yet another Allegion facility, located in Irving, Texas, features state-of-the-art custom manufacturing for our Republic hollow metal doors and frames. There, our experts use laser technology to make high-precision cuts of metal sheets that provide speed and flexibility, as well as minimal waste and greater efficiency for projects. Our operators additionally use brake presses to safely and accurately form frames, welding stations to match specific order requirements, and paint stations to put on the finishing touches. Unique skills utilized throughout these production processes highlight the level of talent our experts possess and that are needed in today's modern world of manufacturing. Rounding out our U.S. manufacturing footprint, we have 2 production facilities in Indianapolis, Indiana, located right down the street from each other. Operating on Toby Drive for more than 30 years and in the state for more than 100 years, we build Von Duprin and Falcon exit devices, as well as Glyn Johnson, Ives, and Zero International door hardware there. We're known for inventing the emergency exit device, as well as all of the customization we can provide for those life-saving devices today, which you'll see in nearly every public building, be it a government facility, a grocery store, a restaurant, a movie theater, a place of worship, a university, or otherwise. In fact, we produce more than 100,000 unique configurations in an average year. On any given day, we fulfill around 700 orders, requiring a cross-trained and flexible workforce with competencies in stamping, CNC machining, powder coating, plating, laser cutting, and etching. Our main line has a state-of-the-art vision system with 3D work instructions. It's so sophisticated that it detects errors and stops the line if a device is not built exactly as ordered. Our people play a critical role, through problem solving, in keeping our customers safe whenever and wherever our solutions are used. There's no doubt that Allegion employees are innovators, creating new and better ways to keep people safe. The manufacturing jobs found at our U.S. and global sites today are centered on employee empowerment, engagement, and problem solving. From assembly, engineering, IT, materials management, distribution and logistics, robotics, environmental, health and safety, tool making, and more, the career paths are vibrant and valuable at Allegion, and our work has never been more important.
Welcome. We are so excited to have you with us for our 2021 Virtual Manufacturing Day. Each year, we hold this event in October to celebrate the amazing opportunities in manufacturing, and we hope to inspire some of you to pursue a career in this great industry. There are many vibrant and valuable jobs. Manufacturing, as we've definitely seen throughout this global pandemic, is essential. Think about it. If something isn't grown, it's made. And at Allegion, our work matters. Allegion has continued operating throughout the COVID-19 pandemic to continue producing our essential products, which do provide safety and security at medical centers and hospitals, among many other places. Of course, our event this year is virtual to help protect your health and safety, as well as the health and safety of our local employees. As a business that's been located at TGP for more than 45 years and AD Systems for more than 12 years, health and safety is our top priority. At Allegion, we invest in our employees and our facilities. If you were in person with us for our tour today, you'd see many updates to help protect our people, like signage and markings for social distancing, personal health questions and temperature screening stations, and mask use. And even though you aren't here in person, we're going to spend our time together showing you everything we can about who we are and what manufacturing careers look like. Allegion has 30 brands around the globe. You'll see many of these brands produce products in the United States. Some that we'll cover with you today include TGP, AD Systems and Brio, as well as Schlage, LCN, Von Duprin, Steelcraft, and Republic. We manufacture safety and security products, ranging from mechanical and electronic door locks for homes and public buildings to door closers, emergency exit devices, doors, frames, hinges, knobs, levers, kick plates, access control credentials and readers, and many other solutions. While Allegion is a global company, all of our locations, our employees, and our brands are connected by a shared vision and purpose. Our vision is seamless access and a safer world. Allegion manufactures many solutions that aim to make security more convenient and keep people and their property safe. Our purpose is to create peace of mind by pioneering safety and security. Allegion has a unique culture that reflects the shared values of our employees. We believe every voice matters, no matter your role at the company or your length of time here. Be empowered and accountable. As an example, employees regularly engage in analysis and discussions on process improvement. We believe that equity, inclusion, and diversity strengthen our teams, build employee engagement, deliver customer excellence, and produce superior business results. At our facilities, the products and solutions our people build help keep people and their properties safe. We strive to embrace our be safe, be healthy value. Manufacturing jobs today are safer than ever because of new ideas and technologies. And at Allegion, our value and investments have driven us to have an incident rate that is 88% below the 2019 US industry average. Our employees are innovators, creating new and better ways to keep people safe, even adding connectivity and Internet of Things capabilities to make our products smart. We believe working in and contributing in our communities matters too. Do the right thing and serve others, not yourself, are two values that lead us in giving back. Each year, our employees around the world are proud to directly support organizations and initiatives through donations, engagement, and thousands of hours of volunteerism. At TGP and 80 Systems Brio, we engage with our communities through giving. Now I'd like to introduce Devin Bowman, a long-term TGP employee and general manager for TGP and 80 Systems.
Thank you, Janice. For over 45 years, TGP has been supplying specialized glazing materials and systems for commercial and institutional buildings. Our motto, One Source, Many Solutions, reflects a commitment to providing products and services to help solve challenges faced by architects, general contractors, and glazers. In the fire-rated glass and framing industry, TGP is recognized as the leader. TGP works closely with building code officials, designers, and manufacturers to identify and develop products for safety, aesthetics, and other requirements of today's buildings. In addition to its line of fire-rated products, TGP has an in-house design and engineering team that works with architects and designers to meet building code requirements for life safety and a host of other challenges. TGP also supplies a range of specialty architectural glass and framing beyond fire-rated products, which provides architects unique product options suitable for dramatic lighting effects and daylighting. Since its inception in 1976, TGP has expanded in size and reach year over year, opening production facilities in Snoqualmie and Perrysburg and a sales office located in Dubai. In 2017, Allegion acquired TGP and contributed to further growth driven by expansion of production capabilities and new product development. Today, TGP has 215 employees worldwide with $97 million of revenue on an annual basis. As a company that experiences ongoing growth to meet market demands, there are opportunities to join the TGP team to work in an advanced production environment. TGP looks to the local community to provide trade and professional opportunities as it continues to grow. As stated in Allegion's company values, serve others like yourself, TGP also focuses on giving back to the community. We participate in the development of curriculum at our local high schools. We foster mentorship programs. We are also an active member of the local Chamber of Commerce. TGP is also proud to run annual food toy drives, supporting our local communities. I'd like to introduce our plant manager here at TGP, Mike Powell.
Thanks, Devin. As you've heard in Snoqualmie, we manufacture fire-rated windows, doors, building facades, as well as glass for the fireplace industry. The steel for the doors and windows are primarily made from carbon and stainless steel. The glass we provide to the fireplace OEM are a ceramic type product. The skills, technology, and equipment that go into making these products span across many trades and disciplines. Like all manufacturing, the process begins with our supply chain team who plan and procure the raw material. The logistics group arrange transportation and delivery from our key suppliers, which are primarily located in Japan and Germany. Because our products are custom made, the fabrication process begins with engineering and programming, who program our CNC cutting and milling centers. These machines range from simple to complex, and some are up to 100 feet in length and valued at more than $1.5 million each. Once the parts are machined, they go into weld, where we perform both MIG and TIG welding. Next, the parts are prepared for powder coating, where they receive a polyester powder. We can coat frames as large as 12 feet by 24 feet and up to 45 feet in length. Once coated, we apply and test all the doors with Allegion hardware. Finally, the job is created for shipping, and the logistic team ensures the safe and on-time arrival to our customer. So as you can see, there are many opportunities at TGP, from manufacturing to engineering and quality, environmental health and safety, as well as leadership roles such as frontline leaders, supervisors, and managers. We strive to train and promote from within. This supports career growth, employee engagement, and builds upon our company culture. What makes TGP special are the people, the team spirit, the ongoing opportunities, and everyone's willingness to work together, try new things, and learn and grow. Now I'd like to introduce Nate Price, the plant site leader located in Perrysburg, Ohio.
Hey everyone, like Mike said, my name is Nate Price and I'm the plant site leader at TGP's Perrysburg facility. Our facility is located in Perrysburg, Ohio, a suburb of Toledo. At about 120,000 square feet, we may be one of Allegion's smaller facilities, but where we lack in size, we make up in uniqueness and top-line financial impact. What makes us unique, you might ask? Well, our craftsmen and women here in Perrysburg specialize in processing and assembly of fire-rated glass units. Our manufacturing process is extremely specialized and requires numerous operations where our team members are in constant interaction with our state-of-the-art equipment and our unique materials to create a finished product. After our process is completed, these units are then shipped to the customer to be paired up with those structural frames that Mike made mention of being produced in Snoqualmie, Washington. Together and installed, these glass units and structural frames complete that fire-rated system. Let's talk a little bit more about my team here in Perrysburg. The size of my team in Perrysburg typically ranges between 40 and 45 men and women. Roles range from entry-level positions to more advanced roles such as manufacturing engineers. Let's talk a little bit about one of our core positions here in Perrysburg, and that's the glass processor role. In the entry-level position, the glass processor is a generalized role that is used to describe the majority of our team members. Day-to-day activities for this role could be inspecting, cutting, cleaning, transporting, assembly, and packaging of our products. Working in conjunction with the glass processor, we have roles like material distribution and machine operators. Material distribution is an essential role for us. They're sort of like the artery of the factory. They focus on moving the glass in between departments while also loading and unloading semi-trucks. These are the guys and girls that you'll see driving around on the forklifts and operating our overhead cranes. The machine operator role is a position that focuses on more complex processing of glass. These team members are the ones you'll see programming or operating our specialized glass equipment, like our 2-axis cutters, our 3-axis CNC machine, or a robotic IGU line. Surrounding these core roles is a large team of support staff. Team members such as our environmental health and safety specialist, that's the person who keeps us safe. Our specialized maintenance team, these are the guys that keep the machines running. They also work on the building and install new equipment. We have a manufacturing engineer. He designs and manages projects like new equipment. He's also one of our critical problem solvers for our more complex problems that we get faced with from time to time. We have a master scheduler. This person is the one who's setting the schedule and pace at which our factory is working towards. Our project manager. This is our customer-facing team member, working with the customer on anything they may need from order to ship. One of the more unique roles in our building is our Enterprise Excellence Change Agent. This is a position that's near and dear to my heart. I actually came up through the ranks as a change agent. What this individual does is he focuses on driving activities and projects that add value to the customer, making us leaner and more efficient. And lastly, one of our most important roles helping us navigate through this pandemic is our technical buyer. She's the one on the team purchasing all of our materials and coordinating our shipping and distribution efforts. Now that you've learned a little bit more about the team here in Perrysburg, I'm going to pass it back to Devin to talk about some of our other businesses here in Allegion.
Thanks, Nate. Another division of the Allegion business is AD Systems, headquartered in Everett, Washington. AD Systems provides high-quality sliding doors and interior storefront assemblies for projects throughout the United States and abroad. In March 2018, AD Systems was acquired by Allegion PLC, further extending our capabilities in hardware and engineering. What began in 2009 as an interior storefront configuration for commercial projects concerned with acoustical mitigation and space savings evolved into today's complete solution for AD Systems. Our original office front solution was tailored to the needs of higher-end corporate clientele, where customized design features was desired, such as roller blinds and synchronized double doors. These doors provided superior privacy for meetings as well as overall ease of use. Also located in Everett is another Allegion company called Brio, a supplier of wide-range sliding door and folding door hardware. Brio shapes building spaces and provides seamless access wherever people reside, work, and thrive. Since being established in the 1970s, Brio has been developing leading-edge products for the global market. Brio's R&D department continues to bring a strong element to the business, developing and testing groundbreaking concepts that continue to be at the forefront of the industry. Today, AD Systems and Brio has 72 employees worldwide, with 28 million revenue on an annual basis. Following Allegion's values to serve others, not ourselves, AD Systems participates in the development of curriculum at the local high schools, and we foster mentorship programs. AD Systems also is proud to run annual food and toy drives supporting our local communities. I'd like to introduce Levi Hereford, our plant manager at AD Systems.
Thank you, Devin. Hello, everyone. As Devin stated, my name is Levi Hereford, and I'm the site leader for the AD Systems and Brio at our Everett, Washington location. There are many opportunities within AD Systems at our Brio business, from production scheduler to technical buyers or material specialists. All positions at AD Systems and Brio play a critical part in our operational success each day. As with most manufacturing sites, AD Systems Brio has a team of purchasing and material specialists that support our daily operations in the procurement of high-end sliding aluminum wood door framing systems and Brio screen assemblies. These framing systems are used in a multitude of applications and primarily in the healthcare industry, which AD Systems was proud to serve and support during our ongoing pandemic. As AD Systems and Brio also encompass positions in the operations arena, such as CNC operator, assembly technicians, supervisors, and finish welders, which help craft our aluminum extrusions into their final parts. From supply chain to engineering, cutting, machining, to shipping, each department plays a vital role in creating custom framing solutions for our valued customers. I'd like to turn it over to Lauren for a little more.
Thanks, Levi. Manufacturers have lifted us from the destruction and disarray of wars and the despair and distress of economic recessions throughout U.S. history. Now, with COVID-19, manufacturers have mobilized to meet the greatest public health and economic threat of our time. As an example of this, Allegion has produced steel doors and frames for a new COVID-19 testing center. Throughout the pandemic, Allegion led with an immediate focus on the safety and health of our people, our customers, and our communities, leveraging our Be Safe, Be Healthy value as our longstanding true north. We keep our essential employees working and took extra precautions to help keep them safe, whether they were at our sites or remote locations. Pictured here, you see various examples of different health and safety efforts and controls we've put in place in order to do that. If you were on site touring our plant today, you would see employees at socially distanced workstations, temperature screens used when entering the facility, and much more reflecting our value of Be Safe, Be Healthy. What's more, we've also made improvements in all year-over-year employee safety metrics. Manufacturing jobs today are safer than ever because of new ideas and technology. In 2020, we saw a 9% year-over-year reduction in total recordable incident rate, 29% year-over-year improvement in lost time injury rate, and our value and investments have driven us to have an incident rate that is 88% below the reported 2019 U.S. industry average. Manufacturing, as you can see from just Allegion's local impact, is very important to the U.S. economy. Still, manufacturing, specifically in the U.S., is at a crossroads. We're facing a skills gap. 80% of manufacturers report that there's a shortage of qualified applicants for open positions. Manufacturers reported that finding the right talent is now 36% harder than it was in 2018, even though the unemployment rate has nearly doubled the supply of available workers. It's easy to point to the stereotypes of manufacturing sweatshops portrayed by Hollywood and television features in recent years as generating a sense of perceived negativity that has not been overcome by the manufacturing industry. But it's more than that. Stories and firsthand accounts have been passed through families regarding less than desirable conditions of factory work, ranging from long hours to repetitive, mindless contributions. The manufacturing skills gap is also linked to the lack of STEM skills among workers and fueled by a decline of technical education programs in high schools, as well as a lack of interest in the manufacturing industry by today's youth. And due to the skills gap, it's now expected that there could be as many as 2.1 million unfilled positions in manufacturing over the next decade. At Allegion, manufacturing jobs are centered on employee empowerment, engagement, and innovation. We want your hearts and minds in addition to your hands and time. Allegion believes tools and technological investment are essential elements of being able to provide customers with shorter delivery cycle times and higher quality. Today, many new technologies and trends are impacting manufacturing, like robotics, the Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. More than 12.3 million people are employed in manufacturing in the US today. These millions of people are conceiving life-changing ideas, making a difference and improving the lives of others through manufacturing. Equity, inclusion, and diversity initiatives are having a positive influence at manufacturers, including Allegion. Manufacturing drives growth in our economy. Every $1 spent in manufacturing generates an additional $2.74 of value in other sectors. About 1.4 million US manufacturing jobs were lost during the early days of the pandemic, according to a study by the National Association of Manufacturers, setting the manufacturing labor force back by more than a decade. However, the industry has largely recovered those lost jobs and is now urgently seeking more workers. There are incredible jobs in manufacturing and a variety of expertise, from production and distribution to engineering and environmental health and safety. Allegion employs 177 people in Snoqualmie, 38 in Perrysburg, and 70 in Everett. These employees perform various jobs in operations, engineering, project management, logistics, accounting, and more. If you talk to our employees, many of them have worked in a number of these roles during their careers and developed a variety of skills. You'll hear some of those experiences in a panel discussion later today. And I believe there can be a bright future for manufacturing as we will continue to see the introduction of new technologies. Tools and investments are essential elements of being able to provide our customers with shorter delivery cycle times and higher quality. It is imperative to have employees who have the desire, knowledge, expertise, and capability to run, manage, and maintain such investments. Allegion is ready to hire and invest in young people that want to build a career in manufacturing. Allegion offers internships, skilled trade apprenticeships, early career, and tuition reimbursement opportunities. Now, some of our additional HR leaders would like to tell you a little more about the many valuable opportunities for growth and apprenticeship programs that are currently available at Allegion. Let's see what they have to say.
At Allegion, we currently have 7 apprenticeship programs at multiple facilities. Some examples of the programs we offer include Industrial Maintenance Technician, Industrial Manufacturing Technician, Tool and Die Maker, and CNC Machinist. Employees receive a formal certification at the conclusion of the coursework and are on-the-job training. Some of the programs also include a Department of Labor Journeyman's certification.
So in Indianapolis, I'm very excited about the program. We're actually just getting it off the ground. We're really focused on our CNC apprentices, where in Princeton, Illinois, we have more of an established program. We have over 20 apprentices in CNC, maintenance, and our tool and die programs. These programs are 3 to 4 years, and it requires 144 hours of online coursework, which equates to about 3 hours of work where individuals might come off the floor and take some online coursework while completing the program. It's also 2,000 hours a year of on-the-job training, where employees get to partner with a journey worker or a mentor to develop the skills that they need on the job.
We have industrial manufacturing, maintenance, machining, and CNC programming. The industrial manufacturing program is an 18-month program. The CNC programming and the maintenance and machining programs are all 4-year programs. Employees who participate are eligible to receive college credit that goes towards an associate's degree.
We currently will have our current employees as participants in our program.
We have men, we have women, those right out of school looking to advance their skill set, and then also those that have been with the company for over 20 years. So really it's a diverse group of people looking to expand their skills.
We're expanding our apprenticeship programs at Allegion to build a pipeline of skilled workers, to gain workers with skills that are customized to the specific needs of the business. These programs help retain employees by investing in them. And a recent Deloitte study on manufacturing reveals that 3.5 million manufacturing jobs will need to be filled over the next decade.
Apprenticeship programs are important because it gives the opportunity for employees to keep learning. Our apprentices will have the opportunity to learn on the job, not only hands-on learning as well as the educational online piece, but getting paid to learn.
These apprenticeship programs provide career and growth opportunities for our employees. Employees want to be challenged and they want to have an opportunity to grow their career. And these apprentice programs provide individuals a way to further develop a skill set that's very much in demand, which ultimately results in higher wages for our employees.
I believe that it's important for Allegion to expand its participation in apprenticeship programs. Oftentimes people will start in a manufacturing role not really even having an idea of what it's like to work in a manufacturing environment or where their path can take them when they are in manufacturing. And apprenticeships just opens up the door for them in so many areas where they are provided solid training on the job, as well as some background in understanding the business, understanding how their job impacts the manufacturing line.
Today in manufacturing, the skills that are critical for our employees would be attention to detail, critical thinking, good communication, interest and aptitude for technology, dependability, ability to be cross-trained, and a great work ethic.
The types of skills that are required in manufacturing today not only pertain to the job that they're doing, whether it be welding or powder coating or machining, but we also look for people that can work well with one another. The teamwork aspect of their job is so important.
We're looking for someone that's eager to learn, someone that's a team player, people that are looking for a challenge, someone that likes to work on a variety of projects or jobs and really likes to problem solve. And people that can look at a program, a system, or process and say, hey, I can do that better.
Not only does it give our employees the opportunity to continue learning and learning new skills, capabilities, but it also does ensure that we are on the front end of the manufacturing skills gap.
I know with Allegion, we do highly encourage people to pursue their educational degrees, and so the apprenticeship program gets them one step closer to having a degree, as well as giving them that footing in terms of getting career promotion and growth.
Apprenticeship programs help employers recruit and develop a highly skilled workforce that contribute directly to the productivity and profitability of the business. In addition, investing in our employees has always been a priority at Allegion. Apprenticeship programs provide a pathway for employees to upskill and reskill, ultimately advancing in their careers and addressing the skills gap our industry is facing.
I hope you enjoyed learning more about the many valuable opportunities to grow and develop in your career at Allegion. Importantly, if you were in person with us today, you'd also have the opportunity to speak to many of our valued employees and hear their opinions on what manufacturing means to them, as well as the opportunities they've seen in their own careers in manufacturing. Let's take a look.
If you like to make a difference in the community, making the world a safer place, people's homes, schools, hospitals, other institutions, educational institutions, to make them a safer place for our people out in the world, then Allegion is the place to work.
Not only is it a good place to work, you got good friendly people to work with, and it's also a stepping stone for opportunities to grow in the company.
What makes me come to work every day is the people that I work with. I enjoy the people that I interact with on a daily basis. It just makes my job a lot easier.
I've never been at a job with the people in the area wanted to help the other people, newer hires, new employees as much as here.
So there's a lot of mentorship that goes on here.
The training was very hands-on, which I appreciate that a lot.
One thing I love the most about my job here is how much I am out on the floor and interacting with the people. They're the experts, and that's who I'm learning everything from.
I think what I'm proudest of working here at Steelcraft is just the relationships.
What makes me proudest about the work I do is the people. If we don't have the people, we can't make the safe products, the quality products that we do today.
When I found out these doors are going to hospitals and schools and, protecting kids, that made me take a lot more, pride in my job.
It feels good that knowing that we're going to give people, that sense of security and a peace of mind.
I chose Allegion because of the values.
With all the Allegion core values, it really is not limited to just how you are as an employee, but you can take all of those core values with you outside of these walls and apply it to your life, which is huge.
So we encourage our new team members all the time when they come in the doors to demonstrate those values and be curious beyond the obvious. Have a passion for excellence. Don't be afraid to speak up. I don't care if it's day one.
One of our values is this is your business, run with it. So if you have an idea, you can make that happen and grow.
I feel there's a lot of opportunities, especially with Allegion. They definitely show that they're interested in internal movement, advancement within the company.
At Allegion, I feel like everybody is committed to my development, the team's development, and just pursuing improvement every single day.
There's chances to go to college with tuition reimbursement as well.
So anyone that's interested in the challenge, anyone that wants to be able to make a difference somewhere, give some input and actually make a difference, I think Allegion's a good company to work for.
Hard work gets recognized. I've learned a lot here. I've went from a sheet of metal all the way to loading a door to go to the warehouse. So I've done a lot, I've learned a lot, and I think it's a great trade to be into because you can learn so much from what you do in here.
My piece of advice would be learn, glean what you can from the person next to you, from the leaders, from the trainings that you're in.
Everything's going up more technologically, and I only expect it to keep going up.
I think the advancement in technologies at our plant in the last 10 years has been significant.
We're bringing in CNC equipment, robotics that allow those operators to kind of operate hands off. We're a little more technical role and get to see that they're really doing a good job and doing it safely.
Day in, day out, the technology is improving every day.
I would describe the future of manufacturing as inspirational.
It's definitely challenging. So those who, enjoy that, get a kick out of, fixing things, it's definitely a good industry for them.
Exciting. There's always change. There's always new technology. There's always new challenges. It never gets boring.
I would say ever changing.
I would choose the word evolving.
Growth.
Always growing, always on the move.
Progressive.
Innovation.
Satisfying.
So automation is definitely the future of manufacturing.
In my experience, I would say a journey. The reason why I say a journey is because in a journey, you know where you're going, but you don't know what you're going to see. You don't know what you're going to experience. And during a journey, you learn about so much because you're seeing things for the first time or seeing new things. That's kind of how I've looked at my career here, is that I kind of, once I got into the manufacturing, I knew where I was going, but I didn't know what I was going to see. I didn't know what I was going to experience. And almost on a daily, weekly basis, I'm seeing things for the first time or seeing new things, how to process things in a different way.
Because I think manufacturing is a really good opportunity and a good place to work.
So I would encourage anyone to pursue a career at Allegion.
I'm so proud and inspired by the employees who took the time to share their thoughts on their manufacturing careers. In an industry that is so vibrant, it's hard to sum up all of the opportunities in one word or phrase. I'm extremely proud of the next group of employees you're getting ready to hear from, who will share personal stories about their manufacturing journeys with you today. Just a few weeks ago, we gathered 6 of our employees, each from a different one of our facilities, online for a virtual discussion of manufacturing careers today. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Allegion's 2021 Manufacturing Day event. My name is Jamie, and I am one of Allegion's communications managers. We are so excited to have each of you with us virtually today, and I'm even more excited for the opportunity to introduce you to a few of Allegion's employees from some of our U.S. manufacturing facilities. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and kick us off with some introductions. So panelists, I'm going to give each of you the opportunity to take a minute to share with us your name, your location, your role, and how long you've been with Allegion. So David, I'm going to kick it over to you first.
My name's David Tolentino. I've been with Allegion for 6 years. I'm from the California Chino facility, and my role is inventory specialist.
Thank you, David. Christine, how about you?
Hi, I'm Christine Halvis. I'm out of the Colorado Springs facility. I've been with Allegion for 5 years, and I'm a frontline leader.
Thank you, Christine. Jason?
Kia ora, g'day. Hello, my name is Jason. I am from the McKinsey, Tennessee plant, and my role, I guess you would call it, material specialist utility.
Thank you, Jason. Taviana, how about you?
My name is Taviana Tyson, and I'm at the Olathe, Kansas facility, and I'm a material specialist.
Hi, Taviana. Sean, how about you?
My name is Sean Bilkey Smith. I've been with Allegion for about 2.5 years out of the Snoqualmie, Washington facility, and I'm a CNC machinist.
Thanks, Sean. Okay, Brandy.
Hello, my name is Brandy Smith. I'm at the Everett AD Systems facility, and I've been with Allegion for 3 years as of this month, actually, and I'm in production control.
Thank you, Brandy. And thank you all so much for taking the time to share your experiences with us today. I want to start off by asking, oftentimes or sometimes, a lot of our employees don't necessarily expect to pursue a career in manufacturing. So I'm going to start with Sean on this one. Did you expect to pursue a career in manufacturing? And if not, why? And how did you find your start? And so more specifically, how did you find Allegion?
So no, I did not expect to get into manufacturing. My friend's dad worked in manufacturing and was an owner of a shop. And so that's where I got my first machining job. And I found out that I really liked working with my hands, that I didn't have to sit at a desk basically. And after a few shops here and there, I met one of my coworkers who ended up joining Allegion, and he told me about it, said it was a great opportunity, and said that I should apply. And so then I applied, and got a job.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. David, did you have a similar experience, or how was your journey to finding manufacturing?
Well, my first choice was not manufacturing. I didn't even know it was actually a choice. I just happened to know somebody at a manufacturing facility previous to Allegion, and I fell in love with the welding, with the whole machining. That's where I started. I applied for a temp agency, which transferred me to Allegion, and trying to get out of the graveyard shift where I was before. And it just worked out. I've been here for 6 years, 5 years on the production line, and I just moved up into the office. And yeah, that's how I got to Allegion, and couldn't be happier.
Oh, it's really cool to hear about your growth throughout the manufacturing organization as well. Yeah. Brandy, how's your career path been in finding manufacturing?
I worked in a lot of different industries, restaurant, bartending, and moved into industrial construction, and found out I had a kind of a niche for ERP systems. And so after moving to Washington State, I applied for an order entry / admin position at AD. Since then, I've managed to get into production scheduling and then into production control, and really enjoy the ERP system implementations and process improvements.
Thank you so much for sharing. And that's a great lead in to our next question, which really shows that there are such a variety of different jobs within our manufacturing facilities, from the line to ERP systems. We have people putting things together. We have people running machines. We even have jobs people might not think about, like our ERP systems or robot operators, material schedulers, even customer service and enterprise excellence. So Christine, do you want to tell us a little bit more about your role and how it's critical to our manufacturing operations?
So my role as a frontline leader, on the production floor, I'm responsible for making sure our lines are running efficiently, and this is through a lot of strategic planning, different processes, and definitely the support from the team. And it's critical to our operations because we're the final lock assembly. We're the last ones to see the locks before they go out to our customers. So product quality is our top priority, and this definitely helps towards the safety and satisfaction of our customers.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Sean, do you want to tell us a little bit more about your role?
Yeah, so everything begins with our department machining. We make the frames and windows, and we have to put the hardware procedures in, so all the holes, notches, and basically all that. And without any of that, you can't put the door together because there's no place for the hardware to go. So it all starts with us.
Great point. I know all of your roles are extremely critical to our manufacturing operations, but I'm going to last call on Jason to tell us a little bit more about his role and how it's critical to manufacturing.
Yeah, so I'm basically a utility in the warehouse here in McKenzie, and my role essentially covers about 6 positions. I'm there to cover people when they are on vacation, if they're sick, or if they get called away from work urgently. I deal predominantly with all the finished goods that come out of pick and pack, and I set them up in the warehouse into day lanes and so forth, so on and so forth. I load out the less than truckload loads. That's the small 1-2 pieces here, not the bulk pull loads. I also set up the bulk pull loads, and I make sure everything is available and right there when someone needs it. So if anyone comes back to the warehouse to do another quality check, or if they need to add some parts to frames or doors that we have and need to take them back, I know exactly where they are. They just have to come and see me. So I control the organization back at the finished area of the warehouse right before we load it on the truck, which is the last step in the process. So if I miss something, it's not a good thing.
Fascinating. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing about that. It was really interesting to hear about the beginning of the process with the machining and the end of the process as well. Thank you guys. So a unique benefit that Allegion offers is actually tuition reimbursement. At Allegion, we'll actually pay up to $8,000 a calendar year for you to go back to school. So David, I think this is an experience you can speak to. Have you currently used this tuition reimbursement, or and if so, has that helped you to pursue your professional goals, and how do you expect that to impact your career in manufacturing?
Yes, I have. I've actually used it for about 3 years now. It helped me get my my business administration degree, so it has helped me tremendously. Just not knowing I don't have to pay it out of my own pocket. That Allegion cares enough to help us out to grow as well. And with my degree, I've actually stepped into the office as an inventory specialist, which, you know, I do all the inventory stuff. I make sure everything's accounted for budget wise, stuff like that. So which my long-term career here at Allegion that I want to get to is moving up into management. So hopefully, you know, as I keep going, I may be able to do that by going even further using the tuition reimbursement and going further into my schooling.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's really cool to hear about all the opportunities for growth within Allegion and those that have taken advantage of this benefit. I know individuals personally that have taken advantage of this benefit all across the organization. So thank you so much for sharing your experience. So I know me personally, I can find so many ways that working at Allegion makes me proud, but Christine, do you want to share some ways that Allegion makes you the proudest and your work at Allegion makes you proud?
Honestly, it's really moments like when I'm out and about, I'm at the store, I could be at a doctor's appointment, on a military base, my kids' school, other people's homes, and then you see that they have Schlage locks installed. And, you know, I just think about that impact, and it may be just a lock to some, you know, just a means of access, but it's security. And to know that I'm a part of helping towards someone's safety is rewarding.
Absolutely, well said. Taviana, do you want to add to that? What about working at Allegion makes you proudest?
What makes me the proudest is the knowledge that you get when you're learning about these different locks. I just feel like you benefit so well, and when someone is actually having a problem with their lock, you're able to fix it. You're able to know, oh, I know what's wrong with this. I can help them.
Great point. Jason, what makes you proudest?
The fact that they've given me multiple roles to do, it just expands my knowledge of the business so much that, you know, I mean, before I used to look at it as a door, it's just a door. Now I sort of know how the ins and the outs work of it. You know, I can actually walk up to doors and around the place and say, oh yeah, that's an Allegion door, just by the shape of it. So I'm thankful for the teaching that they gave me, and the fact that they put all their faith in me and let me go where I could go with it.
Thank you so much. All right, well, we've had the opportunity to hear a little bit more about each of your manufacturing careers today. So I'm interested to hear, what piece of advice would you give to someone considering their own manufacturing career? Brandy, do you want to share a little bit more about that?
Ask questions. Yeah, it's the more questions you ask, the more knowledge you gain, and the further you can really expand what you're doing within the company, not just in manufacturing, but up through the management levels and into even now like implementations with other facilities. So ask questions.
Great piece of advice. Taviana, what piece of advice would you give to someone?
A piece of advice I would give someone is to apply yourself. If you apply yourself to your job, you will become more advanced and you will gain so much more experience, and you can pass along to people before that. And I'd say like this would be a good opportunity to grow through a company and just experience more of that.
It's a great piece of advice as well. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to ask each of you to answer this final question for us today. So to summarize, if you could describe today's manufacturing careers or even your own manufacturing career in one word or phrase, what would it be? And David, I'm going to ask you to go first.
I would say variety. Nobody knows this, but manufacturing is such a broad thing, and you know, from being on the line, from management, you have those people, accounting, programming, engineering, so variety for sure.
Variety is a great one. Christine, what would you say?
I would say evolving. There's always so many opportunities out there and just different ways to create yourself as a better asset to the company.
I like it. Jason, what's your word or phrase?
I would say it's really one of the only certainties in a facing uncertain future of this world. You've got to have the manufacturing. It's always going to be there. Can't live without it.
Great point. Taviana, what's your word or phrase?
We'll say possibilities. There's so many more things that you can learn from this company. And as you can see, you can grow a lot more than you know.
Love that. Sean, what was yours, Steve?
I would say it'd be exciting. You get to work with tools and materials that most people have never heard of or don't even really know about, and the technology is ever changing, and it's always exciting.
Great. Brandy, round us out. What would be your one word or phrase?
Adaptable.
Why would you say adaptable?
We are challenged quite often just within our fabrications that we get and requests from customers, but also, you know, like with 2021 and adapting to doing things differently. And a lot of people in the organization are very adaptable to what we need to do to get our jobs done.
I think that's a great one, and I think we can all relate to the need to adapt, and we've all been doing a lot of that lately. So great point. Thank you guys so much. And truly just want to thank each of you so much for taking the time to share your valuable insights and experiences with all of us today, and especially the students who are listening today. We truly appreciate all of the essential work that you do to support our manufacturing operations. So again, just thank you all so much for your time today.
The employees you just heard from truly showcase the broad variety of experiences available in our field. Now I have the honor of introducing you to another Allegion team member who has had many valuable experiences in manufacturing. In fact, this individual got his start as a first-line supervisor on the manufacturing floor, and today he is Allegion's first and only CEO. I could share a lot about Dave's leadership and his career achievements, but I know he's here today because he wants to share with us his own real-life story about the value and opportunities within manufacturing. Dave, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And welcome to our visitors and guests from Perrysburg, Ohio, and Snoqualmie, Washington, TGP and AD, the businesses I know them at. It's great to have you here. I want to, share a loud message to you. 41 years ago, I entered the manufacturing floor and it changed my life in dramatic ways that I could have never imagined. And as you think about manufacturing and the opportunities to learn and grow, Allegion and other manufacturing companies create great opportunities for young people to explore, learn, and grow. So think about many years ago, 1976, I was a high school graduate, maybe some of you, junior college or even college, but 1976, not clear that, where I wanted to go with my learning career education. Work experience. I got a job in what's called an electrical supply house and worked and went to school for the next 2.5 years, the experience in that electrical supply house, working with my hands, doing inventory control and academics, was a powerful early step in my overall evolution and career. At the electrical supply house, I worked with customers. I did inventory control. It may seem astonishing to many of you, but there was no computers then. I physically went out and counted everything from light bulbs to pipe, wire, fasteners, and that learning, the ability to work with customers, vendors, suppliers, was just a great learning opportunity. I was a very average high school student, maybe even below average. I was above average in the use of tools, the ability to organize myself. I was a good basketball player, and so the use of teams and being around people. I also came from a very meager background. My father died when I was 5. We had 6 children. My mother raised us, and work was always an element in my life. The work experience that I chose when I came out of high school important. After 2.5 years in the electrical supply house and junior college, which was Iowa Western Community College, it may be a technical college in your area or labeled as a junior college, I went on to the University of Northern Iowa, studying industrial management. There were very few jobs when I came out of the University of Northern Iowa in 1981. Unemployment was very high, but it was my work experience at the electrical supply house that differentiated me versus those other graduates looking for work. And in 1981, I started as a first line supervisor at a company called Square D as a first line supervisor. 22 years later, I would rise through many moves to lead the entire Square D company with over 17,000 employees. So an amazing journey from 1981, to my first real CEO job. But as I walked into the manufacturing floor at Square D in Lincoln, Nebraska, as a young 22-year-old, I went into an opportunity of learning in terms of industrial manufacturing, machinery, tooling, material planning, how to manage people from an HR standpoint, the importance of engineering and new product development. All these learning and functional opportunities exist within a company like Allegion, Square D then. It also gave me the opportunity to learn, grow. One of the great things about Square D and Allegion and generally manufacturing, a good manufacturing company will invest in your skills, help you learn and grow and develop. Allegion is that type of company, and wherever you go, I challenge you to think about, is it a good company? Will they help me learn, grow, and develop so that I can advance throughout my career? That was the opportunity that I got when I chose Square D on the factory floor. I was not only able to take advantage of their tuition reimbursement, I accelerated and understood, the different aspects of manufacturing. It gave me the opportunity to move to different regions of the country. At 28 years old, I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina. I was in charge of an entire manufacturing facility, then Columbia, South Carolina, on to Southern California, Costa Mesa and Orange County, where I was president of a company that makes critical power systems for data centers. All along this path, different experiences, not only me from a learning standpoint, educationally through tuition reimbursement programs, but my family also got to grow by seeing different regions of the country. As I speak to you today, when I started on the factory floor at Square D in Lincoln, Nebraska, I hadn't seen an ocean. I had really not been out of the upper Midwest. The travel and experience that I've had, through my manufacturing journey I've been in 49 of the 50 states, and I challenge you to think about the one I haven't been to. I've been in 53 countries. Allegion, Square E, Schneider Electric, we're global manufacturers. Allegion operates from a sales perspective in over 90 countries. We manufacture in over 36. It's something that you may not see as you walk into a factory floor. This could take me anywhere in the world, and it has me. And it, you know, the travel, the ability to go see different companies and cultures is part of the manufacturing experience. It takes not only people, different manufacturing sites, but a supplier base that's global, that opens up opportunities to learn, grow, and travel that are compelling. Today, you know, I lead a proud group of people called Allegion. We're one of the safest workforce in the world. We're truly a learning organization. Allegion was the first company in the world to say, "Hey Siri." I'm sure your phones are maybe going off, mine is, but "Hey Siri, open the lock." You'd look at us and say, hey, these companies make hard manufacturing assets, but Allegion is also on the cutting edge of technology, software, and engineering that help open up new possibilities to our customers and our people. My final words to you is thank you for your interest in manufacturing. Give it a hard look. It changed my life, and it can change yours. Back to you, Janice.
Thanks so much, Dave. So now we are going to move into our Q&A, and Dave, we'd love to have you join us for that as well, if you're able.
Glad to do that.
Fantastic. So the first question we have, Dave, I think it would actually be great to start with you on this, just given your remarks that you just shared with us. And it's what is one piece of advice that you would give to the students today or someone who is looking to join the manufacturing industry? Could you summarize what you just shared with us into maybe one piece of advice that you'd share?
So the one piece of advice I've already given once today, and it was asked by a young person. Your education, whether it's high school, an associate degree, a college degree, is really good for about 2 years. So congratulations. I challenge you to think about how you can continue to grow, mature, experience in a toolbox of skills that will help you to navigate life. The learning journey that you can enjoy in any endeavor that you should choose will help make the difference. If you're going into culinary science or want to be a chef, be the best. If you're going into engineering, sharpen your edges to be the best engineering. If you're going into the management of people, be a good people learner. Keep learning, and you'll always have exciting days in whatever profession that you choose.
Thank you so much, Dave. Great advice. Devin, is there any piece of advice that you would add to that? Devin, do you mind unmuting for us?
Sorry about that. I'm going to echo what Dave said early on in his talk. I think it's really important to have a support system in place where there's ongoing education, apprenticeship programs, opportunities to continue to learn and grow. From what we've seen here, at our sites, there's been tremendous opportunities created by those folks that grab onto those opportunities. So if your goal is to continue to grow throughout your career, make sure that you find a company that helps support that growth and that desire to grow.
Thank you so much, Devin. And then we did get another question here. Janice, I will come to you with this one. If a student is interested in an internship or a potential apprenticeship, how would they go about learning more and applying for one of those?
That's a great question. Thank you. We do invite students to come on board in an internship capacity. Allegion does have a formal internship program, although we do run it locally through our different facilities. So I would encourage the student or their counselor to reach out to either myself or Lauren Fiegler from an HR perspective to see what opportunities we could have for them in an internship capacity. Our apprenticeships are for our full-time employees. So those we run after an employee has been with us for 6 months, they're eligible to start in an apprenticeship program. And those are in conjunction with an external firm that we partner with that offers the internships. So definitely open to talking to anybody who might have interest in seeking those internships or apprenticeships. And if you talk to your counselor, they have my contact information, and I'd be more than willing to talk with anyone.
Thank you, Janice. And a good follow-up question to that one for you as well is it possible for TGP to offer job shadowing experiences?
At this time, we aren't having so many people come on site, obviously, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But as things open, we do allow for tours, some job shadowing. There are some drawbacks due to the age limit. So if somebody's over 18, there's not an issue in terms of them working on the floor. So we have to keep that in mind due to OSHA requirements. But definitely getting people involved and seeing how the jobs work. We're open to that. And as I said, as things open up more, we'll invite people to come on site and do some tours. So let's just keep that in mind for hopefully later this year or in the spring.
Thank you so much for that insight. Really appreciate it. The next question is, what is one of your fondest memories from the manufacturing floor? And Nate, maybe I'll come to you first for this one and then call on a couple of others to share.
Yeah, no problem. So I'd say the thing that comes to mind that probably happened 6 or 7 years ago. I was an entry-level manager in our Indianapolis facility, and Allegion just acquired a new business in the South Bronx, Zero International. There wasn't a lot of interest in people going to support that business just because of the geographic location, and I was a young guy looking for an opportunity to cut my teeth. And I raised my hand and said, yeah, I would love to go. You know, I'd love to see what the facility has and see how I can make a difference. So being a younger guy, I never really traveled outside of the state of Indiana and Tennessee where I was raised. So I didn't have a lot of experience being in a big city. And I traveled to the South Bronx. And I remember that first Monday morning, I've got my blue jeans on and my boots, and I get out of the hotel and I've got to take a subway, the 6, to the manufacturing facility. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to the South Bronx, but it's definitely an interesting area of the country. And I stood out like a sore thumb. So I start walking down the block to the subway station, and I get up on the platform, and I've never ridden a subway before. And it was one of the first times I'd ever been on a plane. And I'm standing on the subway platform, confused. I knew that someone told me about something between an express and a local system, to where every other train would skip stations, and I didn't really understand that. But I knew that if I got on the wrong train, that I would end up somewhere I didn't want to be. So I was standing on the subway platform, and I was there for about 20 minutes. And then I was getting ready to just go back to the hotel and then call my manager and say, hey, I'll get there tomorrow by taxi or whatever. And I'm getting ready to turn away. Someone reached out of a subway door and grabbed my arm and pulled me onto the subway train. And, again, being my first time in New York, I was like, what is going on? Thinking that I was going to get, something bad was going to happen, right? But this old man stepped in front because his arm was in between a couple people, and he said, I don't know where you're going. You look like you're lost, but you have to go this way. Okay. Then he kind of explained to me how the system worked, and then I told him where I was going. And he said, oh, I'm going to the same place, going to the same stop, just follow me. So we get off of the subway train, and, I thank him for his time and thank him for, grabbing me and kind of showing me the way. And he walked off, and then I kind of zigzagged in between some blocks to the manufacturing facility, went into the office, introduced myself, met the new guys I was working with. And then later on around lunchtime, the manager that I was peers with said, let's go out on the shop floor and let's meet some of the people out on the shop floor. I walked out on that shop floor. We were walking around. They were introducing me, and then I looked at a guy and I said, "You're the guy from this morning." And he said, "Oh yeah," and then we talked, and that was the guy that pulled me onto the subway station 20 blocks or 20 stops away, right? In this big city of New York, right? So the message, the moral of the story is, take that jump. As you're trying to navigate your career, it could be, you might not know what tomorrow brings, right? But just take that jump, because there'll be someone there to grab you, to help you navigate your success in your career. So that was a pretty memorable time in my career, and happy to share it with you guys.
A really cool story, Nate. Thank you so much for sharing. Levi, do you want to share one of your fondest memories from the manufacturing floor as well?
You bet. When I reflect back on my most memorable time in manufacturing, it can be hard to pinpoint one event, and I would actually have to say it's the culmination of the 14, 15 years worth of experiences that have resulted in the camaraderie and the friendship from the people that I've worked with every day, from the manufacturing floor to the sales staff, project managers. The friends, coworkers, and leaders that I've had the pleasure to work with over the many years have left a lasting impression on my life and who I am today. And I do believe it's forever changed me for the best. And in addition to that, I feel as we do all things in life, we seek to sometimes be a part of something larger than ourselves. And definitely Allegion's manufacturing environment and their culture have allowed myself and others to have this opportunity in working with diverse teams from all departments on innovative products, processes, and it allows us to be a part of this journey to something bigger and better than ourselves at the end.
A really great memory as well. Thank you so much for sharing, Levi. Dave, also would love to hear one of your fondest memories from the manufacturing floor as well.
So many memories, created, almost daily. I would say, one in the last 2 weeks, extremely proud of our Allegion team. Allegion was recognized by the National Safety Council for the Campbell Award. And it goes back, the Campbell Award, recognizes excellence in environmental safety and health. I began 41 years as a first line supervisor, and it was, a very good job. And that would be a very good job even today. And I'd like to think that if I was not the CEO responsible for over 11,000 employees, and I remained, a first line supervisor or a worker on our factory floor, that leadership would recognize the importance of my safety and health. So when we created Allegion 9 years ago, we set a value: be safe, be healthy, and made a commitment to try and create an environment where people could thrive. We were good to the planet, and we were advancing the safety and health of our employees on a 24-hour basis. And to be able to receive that award and recognize with companies like Boeing, DuPont, Dow is just a proud moment. And that happens through people like you working together to achieve great things. And there's been many opportunities for me to work with people around the world and do great things. Couldn't be prouder of the people of Allegion. And that award, the Campbell Award, symbolizes what can be done and the experience gained at Allegion. Proud of our team and proud of the culture and experience that we can create here.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Dave. That is all of the time that we have for Q&A today, and just want to thank you so much for all of your engaging questions, and thank you so much to the team for your thoughtful responses as well. So at this time, we do want to share with you some special remarks from a few of our elected officials from the great states of Washington and Ohio.
Hello, I'm Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, and welcome to Allegion's Manufacturing Month celebration. For the rest of October, and really every day of the year, We celebrate our Ohio manufacturers and the workers who make these companies great. In this case, Allegion, which employs more than 700 Ohioans, is a global provider of Steelcraft brand steel doors and frames and TGP brand fire-rated glass. You know, manufacturing is really in our DNA. It's what we do in Ohio. We make things. We ship them all over the country and all over the world. In 2019, Ohio's 1,300 manufacturers exported $53 billion in products to 211 countries and territories. And manufacturers are providing bright futures for their workers. In fact, manufacturing provides about 700,000 Ohio jobs, which is almost 13% of Ohio's total employment. At Allegion and elsewhere, manufacturers are looking for a variety of talented people to fill jobs from production and distribution to engineering and environmental health and safety. And those jobs pay well. Ohio manufacturers have an annual payroll of $43 billion, the highest total annual wages of any Ohio industry sector. I encourage students to consider these jobs and to focus on building their skills as they prepare to enter the workforce. From day one, our administration has championed career, technical, and vocational education training to help young Ohioans prepare for quality, higher paying jobs without creating any college debt. There are so many great options for students to explore. And there's no better place to live and work than the state of Ohio. With manufacturers like Allegion, I'm very optimistic about our future.
Hi, I'm Bob Latta. I represent the 5th District in the United States Congress. The 5th District, if you don't know what it is, encompasses almost all of Northwest and West Central Ohio. And it's a great place because I have over 86,000 manufacturing jobs. I've been very honored by the fact that I have spent years going across my district and going in these manufacturing facilities. But we make everything. You know, if you think about from tires on your car to different things from the furniture that you sit on, you name it, we make it. I also have the largest food processing plant in the world, but it's all because we manufacture things. It's so important that we do that. We have to do that in the United States. And you think of the great jobs that we have because of it, because it's just not those 86,000 jobs. Think about all the families that get a benefit from having someone in the manufacturing area. And manufacturing is not the way we know it from the past as we know it today. It's a lot of highly skilled, computerized work that when people come in, you come into a lot of facilities that are very, very quiet because of the type of work that's being done. And so for younger people really need to take a look at what's going on in our manufacturing facilities. And again, I'm proud of the fact that we have so many manufacturing jobs in my district. Because, you know, again, when I think about the steel, from making steel to making glass to making solar panels, everything is made right in Northwest Ohio. And one of the things I always like to ask companies when they come into my district or if they're expanding in my district, I like to ask them this one question. How come you're doing it right here in Northwest Ohio or West Central Ohio? And they always tell me the exact same thing. It's your people. Because your people are highly skilled, they're motivated, they want to come in and work and make a product. So as you look at your future, I'd highly recommend going out, going to a facility or multiple facilities and see what we do right here in Northwest and West Central Ohio.
Hello students, I'm Kim Schreier, representative from Washington's 8th Congressional District, and I am so excited to see you all here pursuing careers in manufacturing. Did you know that Washington is really a haven for manufacturing? We specialize in aerospace, food, even wood products, and many manufacturing companies have even pivoted during the pandemic to make things like PPE and even ventilators. In fact, there's more than 200,000 people in Washington state who work in manufacturing. And so Keep up the good work. Thank you for pursuing these jobs. This is where we need you. As we pass an infrastructure bill, these are the jobs. It is a blueprint for blue-collar jobs made in America right here and right in Washington State. So thank you for inviting me today, and best wishes in your careers.
I'd like to thank you all for spending time with us today. Our hope is that you leave with a greater excitement towards a career in manufacturing. As shown, Allegion offers a wide variety of opportunities. So don't be afraid to explore new opportunities and participate in events both at school and in your community that broaden your knowledge. It's the key to your future. Again, as things start to open up more, we look forward to welcoming students for on-site visits. Talk to your teachers and your career counselors to see about scheduling time for a visit. And don't forget to check back with us for job and potential opportunities, whether it would be internships or apprenticeships or full-time employment. Have a great day, everyone.